What's up, guys? Video information here. Today we're going to be covering Tim Cook for the series Getting to Know Our CEOs. So this is video number 6 and let's get into it. Timothy Donald Cook, born November 1st, 1960, making him 58 years old, was born in Mobile, Alabama to his father Donald, who was a shipyard worker, and mother Geraldine, who worked at a pharmacy. A fun fact about Tim Cook: he's a fitness enthusiast who loves hiking, cycling, and going to the gym. So, his early life: he graduated from Robertsdale High School, then got a bachelor's in science in industrial engineering from Auburn University in 1982. Then he would go and get a master's in business arts from the School of Business at Duke University in 1988. Now getting into his career. Cook spent 12 years in IBM's personal computer business, serving as Director of North America Fulfillment. He would later serve as Chief Operating Officer of Computer Reseller Division of Intelligent Electronics. Then, 1997, he would become VP for Corporate Materials at Compaq for 6 months. It would later be purchased in 2002 by HP for $25 billion. But going back to 1998, Steve Jobs would ask Cook to join Apple. So here's a quote about how he felt about that situation. He was still at Compaq, keep in mind. Any purely rational consideration of cost and benefits lined up in Compaq's favor. On that day, I listened to my intuition, not the left side of my brain or the people who knew me best. No more than 5 minutes into my initial interview with Steve Jobs, I wanted to throw caution and logic to the wind and join Apple. My intuition knew that joining Apple was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to work for the creative genius and be on the executive team that could resurrect a great American company. So his first position was Senior Vice President for Worldwide Operations. Quotation by Tim Cook: "You kind of want to manage it like you're in the dairy business. If it gets past its freshness date, you have a problem." Meaning he wanted to cut inventory and have on sale what was going to sell, basically. In doing so, he would close factories and warehouses and replace them with contract manufacturers, which resulted in the reduction of the company's inventory from months to days. Predicting its importance, his group invested in long-term deals such as advanced investment in flash memory from 2005 onward, guaranteeing stable supply of what would become a key iPod Nano, then iPhone, and iPad component. So, Cook credited with keeping costs under control and combined with the company's design and marketing savvy generated huge profits. So, fast forward to January 2007, Cook would be promoted to lead operations. In 2009, served as chief executive and continued serving 2 more times up until 2011, all 3 times because Steve Jobs would take a medical leave. Cook was responsible for most day-to-day operations while Jobs still made most major decisions. Jobs resigned as CEO on August 24, 2011, and Cook would then be named CEO. 6 weeks later, though, on October 5, 2011, Steve Jobs would die due to complications from pancreatic cancer. Jobs and Cook's strong partnership took Apple from $6 billion in revenue in 1988, guys, all the way to $100 billion in 2012. That's $6.7 billion 14 years straight, basically. That's almost $7 billion gain for 14 years straight. That's insane. Fast forward now to October 29, 2012. Cook made major changes to the company's executive team. This occurred after third quarter when revenue/profits grew less than predicted, meaning he needed to fix things up in his mind. Weeding out people with disagreeable personalities. These same people Jobs tolerated and even held close. And here's what someone had to say. One journalist said that Apple's ability to innovate came from tension and disagreement, meaning perhaps Tim Cook was making the wrong decision here. But February 28, 2014, Cook challenged shareholders to get out of the stock if they don't share Apple's views on sustainability and climate change. In 2016, some analysts compared Cook to former Microsoft CEO Steve Ballmer, claiming that innovation had died down since he replaced Jobs. Research published at the University of Oxford categorized Cook's leadership style as paradigmatic, or an example of a founder-centrism, explained as a founder's mindset and ethical disposition towards the shareholder collective, and an intense focus on exponential value creation. So that is it, though. That is Tim Cook, guys. I hope you feel like you know him a lot better. Do you agree with what some journalists and analysts think? I would say he's a really good accountant when it comes to the job. He's good at lowering costs and having the right inventory when it's needed. But that's just my opinion. As always, I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Feed You Information, out.